Good morning, everybody, from my milking stand. This is most definitely one of my favorite places on our homestead. I wanted to start the vlog here this morning, and first off, thank you O'Donnell Celtic Croft and Brewery. I won a little giveaway of essential oils. She sent me lavender and peppermint, and she sent this cute sticker, Spring It On, that we stuck on our egg bucket. That was Corbin's idea, and I love it. So thank you so much. I'm going to leave a link to their channel down below. They're a wonderful channel, wonderful couple, and they are really getting into it with the gardening. You go ahead and have a look and check out their channel. Okay, so today's conversation, which we don't have a lot of these kinds of conversations because we're usually doing projects, but today really is going to focus on animals on the homestead. There seem to be two camps. And some people fall in the middle, and we're the people who fall in the middle. So you have people who just own animals for the joy of owning it. They treat it like a petting zoo. It's a hobby. And then you have people who are just owning animals to produce food or income. And we kind of fall in the middle. Joy of owning animals and producing a more sustainable homestead. I would like to talk about that one step further, in that by owning animals, enjoying their company, producing food, you can also better your homestead, better your land. For people like us who are trying to improve the property, if you move somewhere that has kind of been overrun by vegetation, or it's been overused, overworked, treated like a dump, we know what you're going through. So we're going to start at the very beginning, the first animals that we had, and work all the way to the most recent additions. Since I hate sitting and talking, we're going to walk and talk. It's not a farm tour. You're going to get a little bit of an idea of where everything is, but we're going to actually go to the animals and have a conversation about them. All right, come on, let's go for a walk. All right, horses on the homestead. Don't do it. They're money pits. They don't serve a purpose. If you like to do this with money, go ahead, get you some. Get you some now, right now. They'll burn all your money. That may have been a slight exaggeration. I apologize for the drama. Okay, so horses are actually the reason we are here. I already had horses when we moved. We weren't looking for a homesteading property. That came later. I can tell you the whole story of the role horses play in my life and also how we came to homesteading. That is a long conversation. I don't know that anybody's interested in that, but anyway, we had horses, we moved here, we've been slowly cultivating it for better. Aspen's up in arms about something. We've been slowly cultivating it for a better habitat for them and also other animals. And that's really, I have to give them credit for opening my eyes to that. Because of them, I started researching how to develop property. So if you want an inspiration, go ahead, get horses. They're wonderful animals to have around, but they serve no purpose on a homestead. I take that back. The children have made me aware that if the zombie apocalypse happens and there's an EMP or there's an EMP and all the vehicles stop working, we have transportation. I guess you got that. Next up is these beauties. I apologize in advance for our turkey's behavior. He's reached a level of desperation to find himself a girlfriend because we don't have any right now. But we're gonna let the ladies out and talk about them. All right, so poultry on the homestead, specifically chickens. Wonderful asset. You have two sources of protein. So you have meat and you have eggs. Not only that, they're self-regenerating. So if you have a rooster, you can either hatch out in an incubator or under a broody hen, additional meat sources and egg sources. It's also an additional source of income that we'll be looking at in the future as far as breeding purebred chickens, even homebred mixed chickens, farmyard mixes. People seem very interested in that if they're not interested in a specific breed. And it's also a wonderful asset to offer the community. We've given away chicks to people or hatching eggs just so that they could start their own flock or build a flock. The other thing is chickens are wonderful with our bug population. We live in eastern North Carolina. It's buggy, it's humid. We have noticed since having them that the mosquito population is pretty much back in the woods. So around our house and our main living area, our garden area and things, we don't have a huge bug problem. Same thing with ticks. We don't have a tick problem, I believe, because we have them up here. That's another reason we have guineas. They eat a lot of ticks, and they also act as guardians. In addition to that, they're foraging, which means we spend less in food because they free range. And you can mobile forage your animals in some sort of a chickshaw with netting if you don't want them free ranging. There's lots of ways to go about doing that. If you did a mobile setup, you could do this as well. Is that they go in where all of our animals go. So whenever the goat netting moves, the chickens move in, and they will eat a lot of the larvae and bugs that seem to come in with bedding and things like that, and additional manure load. And with the horses, they go in and they scratch all their manure apart. So we are starting to break the fly and bug life cycle by feeding our chickens and providing them with nutrition and stimulation to better their lives. So there's a lot of benefits that come with having chickens. Oh, all right, maybe not. Too old for that. All right, so rabbits. Wonderful source of protein, fiber for certain breeds, hides for certain breeds, and one of the huge benefits to rabbits is their manure. You don't have to compost rabbit manure. It's not a hot manure. It can go straight from the rabbits into the garden, which is what we do. We collect it in buckets, and then we'll go put it in the garden, usually before we're starting to grow. We just sort of work it into the soil. You can lay it on top. You can put it into your garden beds, flower beds too. I like to put it in water in a watering can and let the little pellets, the rabbit pellets, dissolve, and then I water our seedlings with the manure water. You don't have to do that, but that's another way to do it, and we've had great success with our seedlings. Plus, they don't eat a lot. They take up very little space. You can raise them in hutches like we do. You can colonize them. Lots of variety of ways you can do rabbits. You have to research your area. Maybe do a little research of how it would work best for you. Because we're in a very wet, humid climate, I'm not comfortable keeping our rabbits on the ground all the time. We do run the grow-outs in tractors, but that's for about 3 or 4 weeks till they're either processed or sold. So they don't spend a lot of time. Plus, they're really fun to have around. They bring a lot of joy. We look forward to every single litter. We love our time with them. We love caring for them. So, lots of good things about rabbits and reasons to have them. Hi, girls. Hi, Pumpkin. Hey, ladies. Hey, Trickster. Oh, come on. Don't be mean to Twixie. Trixie. So I knew from way back when we started this that I wanted goats. We wanted a dairy option. I've always wanted to. Yep, that's right. Always wanted to make cheese. So we got goats. Okay, so hopefully Sookie won't eat the camera. Hey, Sook, come here. All right, so our goats are dairy goats. We have Sookie, who's a Nubian. We have a mini Nubian, and the rest of everybody is a Nigerian dwarf, and our 2 bucks are Nigerian dwarfs. We wanted a dairy option, something easy on the land, something that could help us with weed. And can you not eat that? Hey, come here. No, you can't eat it. Come here. Come on, I'll give you scratchies. Come here. See, Hazel knows. Come here, Stookie. Something that could help us manage the growth on the property as something that can help us clear as we go. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. So we got goats. The interesting thing about goat's milk is that it's a wonderful replacement for other animals. So if we have to foster any other animals, we use goats. Aspen, hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, good girl. Come here. Good girl. So, goat's milk is a wonderful replacement. We have used it for rabbits. We can use it for other animals in the future. We feed some to the pigs. If it goes a little long in the fridge, you can feed whey to pigs. They get a lot of excess. I'm starting to make cheese. So there was a lot of reasons for us having these goats. You can have a meat goat. That would be a different breed. You just have to research what would work for you and your land. They're gonna eat the camera again. So they serve multiple purposes of property maintenance, dairy, and they bring us a lot of joy. Plus, when we sell kids, we do make some income, which helps offset the cost of their feed. Ooh, my goodness. That would bring us on to our other addition. Come here, Aspen, come here, come here. Come here, sweetie. Come on, come here. Yes, this sweet girl. Oh, Sookie's gonna eat the camera again. Do it this way. Where'd she go? Aspen, come here, honey. Come on, come here. You don't wanna be in the camera? You're shy today. All right, so Aspen is our Great Pyrenees. She's not a pet. We had, if you've been with us a while, you'll know the video where we had some dogs, 3 dogs, attack meat chickens and rabbit grow outs, and we didn't want that to ever happen again. So I knew before we got too much built up and before predators found us, we needed some help guarding everybody. Now, we know that we have black bear, bobcat, foxes, and an on and off population of dogs. Either they're set free or they get free because they're hunting. These were not hounds. I know what hounds sound like, and these were not hounds. So I don't know what got them, but we didn't want it to happen again. So we beefed up infrastructure, and I went looking for a breeder for Aspen. Found an amazing source, and she is beyond wonderful. Plus, goats are really, really cute. Really, really funny. Hey guys. So pigs have been our final addition for the time being to the homestead, and they're a very recent addition. I don't even think we've had them a month, but we really enjoy having them. And the purpose behind this was Matt and the kids really enjoy pork, sausage, bacon, ham, all that good stuff. And I want to improve our forest, which I've already covered in other videos. So the behavior of the pigs and the benefit of raising our own was double fold. Plus, they eat a lot of the waste. Chickens are feathered pigs, so they eat a lot of waste. These guys eat a lot of waste. So we use all of our scraps. Raise our own bacon is a wonderful benefit. And we're using them throughout their lifetime to better the property as they go. Raising pigs, and I don't think they've quite forgiven me for the other day. Pigs are incredibly smart, and I already knew that going into this, but definitely proved as we've spent time with them just how smart they are. All right, we've made it back to the milking stand, and you've seen a little bit of our property, and I'm sure as we're going and you're seeing all the animals, you can tell why we've made some of the decisions that we have. I try to think of this place as its own little ecosystem and take into consideration the animal's benefit more than just a food source. So I want that animal to be benefiting other animals that we have. I also want that animal to be suitable to the property as it is now. Over time, we'll be able to improve it and perhaps introduce other species of animals. But for right now, every animal that we've selected has served a purpose for the property or for another animal on the property, in addition to being a source of food for us. Something else to keep in mind is your comfort level with animal husbandry. If you come from a background where you've cared for other animals, it is very easy to learn about a unique species to you and simply apply those practices to that animal. The part about taking care of animals is just the observance. Being able to observe your animal and from there sort of project what their needs will be given a season in their life, if they're gestating, if they're producing milk, things like that. You have to be able to see how the animal needs care over time and adjust accordingly. That's really all it takes, is care and observance and a willingness to give up certain things about your life that you may have done before, like long trips and vacations and things like that. If you're going to live like this, that's not really going to be an option. You're gonna have to go out in the rain. You're gonna have to go out when you're sick. You're gonna have to be willing to give those things up, but the reward ultimately is insurmountable. You just can't really understand how much they give back as far as the joy they bring to your life in addition to the resources they bring to your life. So thank you for joining me with this one. I think it was probably more of a boring one than usual, but sometimes important conversations need to be had. So take care, be safe. I will see you on the next one, and thank you for watching.